There are more than 9 million female entrepreneurs in this country today. Women-owned firms have grown at a rate of 1.5 times faster than other small businesses and are providing more than 5 million jobs in 2018. Well, today is the start of a celebration of them during Women Entrepreneurship Week. Kathryn Brooks is founder of She's Her Own CEO. She joins us via Skype all the way from Atlanta. Thank you for being with us, Kathryn.
Thank you for having me, Leyla. It's great to see you.
Well, as an entrepreneur, what was the transition like going from working for a large company to being your own CEO?
You know, Leyla, there are so many skills that are transferable. A lot of people think, you're either a corporate person or you're an entrepreneur. And, really there are transferable skills. It's just a matter of identifying what those skills are. So for me personally, obviously organizational skills, attention to detail, ability to, manage people. All those skills kind of come into play when you're owning your own business. So, it's just a matter of taking inventory. But no matter what current job you're in, even if you're a student, there are skills that you can transfer to being your own boss.
Mm-hmm. And for people who are not thinking about being an entrepreneur just yet, but are maybe wondering what it's like to be your own boss, what are the challenges? What have the challenges been for you, and what have been some of the rewards?
Definitely, well, I'll start with rewards. Just speaking for myself, I'm a very self-motivated person. And I think for a lot of people that are self-motivated, they may, just in all honesty, run into some frustration and constantly taking orders from others. So, there's that freedom you feel, definitely as a reward being your own business owner, managing your own schedule, deciding who you want to work with, vendors, possible employees. I mean, those are all benefits. It's a very liberating feeling. But, for people that maybe aren't as self-motivated, and they don't have those organizational skills, that's something that needs to be developed and really looked at before starting a business.
Yeah, so would you say that entrepreneurship isn't for everyone?
Yeah, I mean, you can't really open a magazine these days or a newspaper without seeing that glamorous, hot topic of entrepreneurialism, on a daily basis. But in all honesty, it's not for everybody. It's something that can be developed into, I think, as a career progression. Some people right out of the gate have those skills and can jump right in. So I think it's, on an individual basis, that person really needs to look at herself to decide if, that's the right step for her.
I almost think it's kind of akin to this. So a lot of people who are in one business, they say, you know what, I see this restaurant across the street. They're doing a heck of a business. I think I'm going to become a restaurateur. Well,
yes.
Without ever knowing what it's like to own and run a restaurant, knows that it is one of the most difficult businesses. So it's not so easy to just see that, jump into it and think you're going to be an overnight success. So what would be some of the pitfalls for people who are flirting with the idea of entrepreneurship, or maybe have jumped into that role and we're not quite ready for some of those challenges?
And I know you have that as a personal family experience, so I know you're speaking from a place of expertise there in the restaurant business. But I think it's really important to find a mentor, and no matter if you're a student, if you're somebody that's already working, if you're in media or you're in the corporate world, if you're a stay-at-home mom, take the time to get to know that restaurateur, see what his or her day-to-day life is like, understand their budgeting, their logistics. There's a whole logistical process in managing a restaurant besides just going table to table and acting like, the host about town. So really take the time, do reading, find the blogs, find the experts that can provide that advice to you. And just always be open and listening.
Yes, definitely. And what about for soon-to-be grads? So a lot of college graduates are not thinking of opening up their own business as soon as they receive their diploma. So what are some of the things that they can do now to prepare themselves?
So the holidays are coming up, right? And, every graduate or soon-to-be graduate coming up in December, is just, racing toward that finish line, pulling all-nighters, working on group projects, pulling everything together. Some people have a job upon graduation, some don't. So I would say don't be discouraged if you don't. But, now is the time to kind of plan out those holidays, plan out Thanksgiving. What are you going to be doing over your break? Definitely schedule the me time. You need that relaxation. that time to kind of hang out with your friends, catch up with family, but use it as your competitive advantage. If you have a long plane trip home or train ride or car ride, pull some podcasts, queue up on your mobile device, some good blogs, podcasts. I was looking up specifically for Charleston, and I've read charlestonbusiness.com. That's a great news aggregator that, will just kind of put you in the industry, put you where you want to go. And, maybe you don't know specifically if you want to go into banking or you want to open your own restaurant or you want to go into media. Read a good representation of daily business news, and you kind of get the feel of what's going on and where you want to go. Also, I would recommend TED Talks. So there are a slew of them online on YouTube available, but actually local or relative, short driving distance from Charleston, I found out that there's one coming up in Jacksonville in November. So I would encourage, people that are interested, go to TED.com.
Kathryn, thank you so much.
Thank you, Leyla.
We're back after this.